Okay, welcome to the second reading. Um, so let me shift back. This is talking. Oops, my cards fell over. This is talking about needing to leave your comfort zone. So there's something that you've been used to for a very, very, very long time, and now you need to leave. You need to leave that situation. You need to leave the situation altogether. You need to leave the situation. Let's see why. So the environment became very hostile for you or to you for no good reason. It became unnecessarily hostile for a bunch of bullshit, right? So you needed to run away. You needed to leave. And you needed to leave to create something else. So it's very important that you recognize the influence of your environment mentally and emotionally on you. If you're in an environment where nobody really supports you the way you need, nothing you put your mind to is going to work. Nothing you try to put out there is going to grow. That's the truth of the matter. So if this is your, it doesn't really matter if this is your family or your friend group or your work environment, if there's no true support to your ideas and how you feel, there's no need staying in that environment. There's no need remaining in that space. You need to try as much as possible. I hope this live is not cut off before I renew my data. But yeah, so this is exactly what you face. This is the situation you face. You were surrounded by very hostile energies and you needed to leave the place. You needed to go away. To work on something else really slowly, or to put your mind to something else. Because you were obligated, you felt obligated to choose one or the other. It's either you choose this miserable environment or you choose going towards whatever it is that's going to make you happy, that's going to evolve you, or that's going to make you grow or support your growth in life. So you were made to choose between one or the other, and you had to you made the decision for yourself that you were going to choose yourself and choose your goals. Big ups to you. Good luck with that. Contact me to talk about it, because hey, I mean, you have to. So moving forward, what you're looking for as you move forward is receiving or getting as much information about your growth as possible. So whatever it is that is going to support this movement forward, me, number one, I'm all for that. I'm all for, getting to a better place and coming out the other side happier and just better overall. So whatever it is that's going to support you moving forward, you are down for that. You're always on the lookout for that. You're always on the lookout. So keep doing that. Keep doing that. Take notes. Pay attention. But do this subtly. And let me see. First of all, let me see what kind of information will help you the most. And secondly, let me see why you have to be subtle. So what kind of information and why you have to be subtle. So, okay. The info you should be looking for or looking at is anything that okay, so considering your previous environment, whatever lies you were told about yourself that you figured out were not true, you need to start looking for more information that supports your truth. So for instance, let me look for an example. let's say you have to wait. You have to wait until something happens before you move on to something else. You have to delay yourself. You have to waste time in this way. You have to waste resources in this way. When you find out that this is a lie, moving forward, any time management skills are gold to you. Anything about time management that you can learn, that you can pick up as a habit, start picking it up. Start learning as you move forward. That's what you need to be doing. So stuff like this, just as an example. Then let me see why you need to be subtle as you move forward. Why you need to be subtle as you move forward. To avoid loss. Now, I talked about this on my TikTok yesterday. Like, when you let in too many people, or you are too showy or too loud about certain things that you have going on, what's going to happen to you is you get a lot of energies. Now, both good and bad, but the bad energies or the negative energies can dampen your own effort. They can throw you off course. So you want to avoid loss at this time. Like I said, the previous example I even gave was about loss of time, and time is the most valuable resource we have. So what you want to do is move forward as quietly as you can. As quietly as you can, move forward with whatever it is you have going on, because you will feel freedom. So you don't want to be leaving that situation and still giving whoever it is you left there info. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You want to keep, even if you're still interacting with them, you want to keep things as surface level as you can. And whatever it is that your eyes have been open to, protect it with all that you have. Guard it jealously. Be quiet about it. Treat it like a baby as you move forward. If they ask questions, keep things generic. Keep things like I said, surface level. You don't have to go into detail. If you are fond of going into detail, don't keep going into detail. It's that simple. And any time that the growth of whatever this is threatened, anytime it's threatened, make sure you knock it out. So you can zone out. That's something that I do often. Zone out of the conversation. Just think of something else. Redirect your attention. Block them out. Okay. What else can you do? Let me see. Something else that you can try as you move forward. So, okay, as you are learning these new things, okay, so you've learned time management now. You want to master it, okay? Now, just learning or becoming aware is not enough. You want to make sure it is the bane of your existence for a year. Make that all you care about for a year. Okay? Now you can just be living your life as you like. You can just be living your life as you like. And don't even pay any attention. Don't pay any attention to like, don't be so rigid about it. Don't be so rigid about what it is you have going on. Don't be so rigid about the new skill, especially upstairs, especially in your mental. Don't be so rigid, but make sure it's at the front. I don't like saying back of your mind, because I try to keep the back of my mind really clear. I don't like saying back of my mind. Make sure it's at the front of your mind. So, for instance, something I do for time management might not work for you, but something I do for time management is alarms. So I check and double check my alarms often. That's something I do. Even though I know they're already set, I put them on and off to just remind myself that this habit, I've picked up this habit with time, and it's something I would like to continue. So I know the alarm is set. I don't need to do it over and over again, but I do it anyway, just to remind myself to master, for mastery's sake. So it's an action. So whatever this is, remember I'm talking in examples here. So whatever this is that you have started, dedicate yourself to it. Dedicate yourself to mastering this skill, because you're going to have to realize that this is something you depended too much on people that hurt you badly. You depended too much on an environment that stunted you. So you want independence with this truth as you move forward with this new skill. You want independence badly, because it's a lot of pain when you depend on people and they let you down. It's too much pain, in fact. And I'm actually sorry that you had to go through this, or you've ever had to experience this. I feel bad for you. But now is the time for you to dedicate yourself to yourself and depend on yourself a little bit more where this is concerned. So as you go through the journey of mastery, pay attention to your gut instinct when you are alone. This is such a solo, personal journey. So pay a lot of attention to your gut instinct. And when something comes to your mind about, oh, I need to learn this new skill, or I need to focus on this task, act on that hunch. Don't just let the hunch rise up into your mind and then let it fade away. Make sure you follow through with action. Make sure you follow through with action, okay? So, do that, I guess. Okay, so, I don't think there's anything else. That's 15 minutes. That's about 15 minutes. I usually go 15 minutes on these readings. Let me just see if there's any assignment or if there's anything you can do. You can contact me for if you're in any way you're struggling, any way you are possibly struggling, you can contact me anytime, any day. Let me see what other skill or whatever, what other lie you were told that you must stay attached to. Let me see. You may stay attached to. Okay. Now this resonates with me. My belief system is about to crumble with getting this message out. But you might have been forced into this idea that you must succeed in a particular way. So you must bind yourself to success in this way. You must, or it's the end of the world. No, it's not. It's not the end of the world. There are many ways to succeed, actually. And as you go forth on this journey, you want to be able to see what resources you need to keep to yourself in order to feel free. Because when you are pressured in that way, the only thing that's going to happen to you is you break. So instead of breaking, what you want to do is conserve your energy. So conserve your energy. Like I said, don't talk to who you don't need to talk to. Don't go to where you don't need to go to. Don't do anything that's not a necessity for you at this time, is what I'll say. Act from a place of necessity and never from a place of obligation or just because, what's that? Act from a place of necessity. Act from a place of necessity at this time. If it's not necessary to bind yourself to that thing, to achievements in that thing, don't kill yourself binding yourself to it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so I think that's all. I've gone over 15 minutes now. The first part of the live cut off. So Thank you so much for being a part of my live. Let me see. I might take a little bit of a break and then come back on. Yes, so thank you so much for being a part of my live. My live. You are loved beyond all thought.